Hey guys, welcome back to the Dose Sports Podcast, and today, Reuben, you're back. How are you, mate?
I'm good, Matt. How are you?
I'm very good this week. Queensland getting up. That's all I need to get me through this week.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll get onto that, but new segment. It's called "Give Me a Dose or No." So basically, I'm just going to give some statements where some people may like them, some people may not like them. For example, we'll do a quick one. Tomato sauce in the fridge. Give me a dose or no?
Give me a dose.
Give me a dose? Yeah,
100% belongs in the fridge.
Nah, not a cupboard place, I reckon. No. Yeah, so that's pretty much the premise of it. And we'll just rattle them off now. Meat pies over sausage rolls.
Yeah, give me a dose. Meat pies definitely go over sausage rolls.
Yeah. Craft beers.
No.
No? Just the VBs, eh?
Yep. VBs. Give me VBs or give me Great Northerns. If I have to pick anything, I usually have Great Northerns nowadays.
Very good. 4X is not bad, but...
Yeah, 4X isn't bad.
It's pretty smooth.
They sponsor Queensland, so you can't drink them.
Yeah, that's why I was hesitant. I never wanted to drink VB because
just because they're sponsor.
Yeah, for boys. So I'm like, I don't feel it, but it is what it is. Going to the movies, like the cinemas, rather than watching it at home.
Depends on the movie. Like if it's like a really hyped movie, like coming out, then I want to go watch it in the cinemas. Otherwise, I could not care less. I'll just watch it whenever it comes out.
As I said, this segment's called
right.
Give Me a Dose or No.
Give me a dose.
Give me a dose, fair enough. Yeah, I wouldn't not want to go, so yeah, I'll cop a dose. Watching golf on TV.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I actually used to when I was like young. Like I'd watch.
It's good, eh?
I'd watch for like a couple of hours at a time, but it's more like if no other sports on, then I'll watch it. But it's not my first pick.
It's good on TV because it's just like it just keeps.
Yeah, like there's someone actually going all the time. Yeah.
Instead of like when you
watch them walk.
Yeah, it's not fun. Socks while sleeping.
Nah.
Oh.
No.
Even in the winter.
I mean, if it's really cold, if my feet are very cold, then maybe. But even in winter, it's actually probably half and half.
Yeah.
I prefer to be cold while I'm sleeping rather than hot while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I don't know. My legs always get hot, and then my upper body gets cold. I don't know how that works.
Whack.
Yeah. So I don't know how that works. Anyway, yeah, I'll cop a dose of that. No socks. No, I don't want a dose of socks while sleeping. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Summer over winter.
Give me a dose.
Give me a dose. Fair enough. It's just no footy in the summer bar.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, daylight savings. Maybe you can be outside for a bit longer.
That is true.
But yeah, I don't know.
Going to a live sporting event rather than watching on TV.
Oh, give me a dose.
You'd rather go.
It depends on the sporting event. If it's like regular season rugby league, I'll just watch it at home because the crowd sucks anyway. It's like less than 10,000 people.
I reckon if they like did it at like more suburban grounds, I'd take that. Like Brookvale over, that's probably like that's perfect for rugby.
But going to like ANZ or Allianz for a like regular season game is just
dead.
Just crap. Like the ground's massive and there's like less than 10,000 people. And you're just like it just looks so bad.
Yeah. Oh, just at Roosters games mainly, but anyway.
I can't even deny it.
Last one, Palmer or Palmy.
Oh, Palmer.
Yeah. All right. So give me a dose of Palmer. Yeah. Fair enough. I don't know. I feel like I'm a Palmy guy. Palmy. Yeah, no. Chicken Palmy.
No, give me a chicken Palmer.
I feel what do most New South Wales people say? I feel like
I don't know. I feel like every other person says a different like.
Yeah. Nah, I'm back in Palmy. Yeah, Palmy.
Nah, it just sounds a bit whack, eh?
Yeah.
Palmer just sounds a bit better.
Yeah.
I reckon.
But I feel like Aussies add
Palmer
Y.
just sounds a bit soft.
Like Y or I to everything.
Or Y. It sounds a bit soft. Just
Palmy.
Sounds like easy. Nah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Palmer's more of like a man's meal, you know?
Whatever you say. Alright. Okay. Anyway. That was a good segment. We'll move on to the biggest sporting event this week. State of Origin. Queensland with the massive upset. Coming down from 10 points at halftime as well to win 18-14.
Yep.
I don't think anyone saw that coming really.
Yeah,
with the side they had. Fantastic game from Munster. probably deserved man of the match, I'd say, with that kicking game in the second half. With the
I thought so as well. I thought, like, watching it live, I was like, Cameron Munster for sure is going to get it.
Yeah.
And then I thought second, probably Kurt Capewell.
Oh my god.
And then third,
what a
Daly Cherry Evans. But I did think they were the top three players. Like, I wasn't too mad. But
disappointing for New South Wales. They kind of just turned off in the second half. Once that try got in, they kind of panicked, I feel like, and then they didn't really play how they're playing the first half, where they kind of controlled a bit. Like, they looked like they just looked like they panicked after that first try, and they stopped playing the footy they needed to.
Yeah, to me, it looked like they weren't playing with enough like energy and effort. Mm-hmm. And I know one thing, like, I couldn't tell on TV, but they were talking about the wind. Like, it was with New South Wales first half, with Queensland second half, and then Fittler was talking about how they didn't like capitalise on their first half momentum and stuff. But in the second half, I was getting pissed off because they couldn't make any meters.
Yeah,
Cleary's kicking game was
ass.
His last two games, I'm like, grand final and Origin, two biggest games of the year for you. Yeah. He hasn't turned up. But that second half was so disappointing.
Yeah. AJ Brimson, that's going to be a big loss coming in. He played fantastic as well. Do you think, as we look into the second game, do you think Val Holmes can be as impactful as AJ Brimson?
Because he hasn't played in a while.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess neither had Brimson, but I like Brimson's speed, like just running around. I've never really liked Valentine Holmes at fullback.
Yeah, he's kind of more too one-dimensional, if you know what I mean. Like he's a winger, and like
Because like if they were all available for game one, I think he would have had Philip Sammy's spot probably. Yeah. But Sammy had a good game, so he deserves to be there again. But it's a bit worrying how many, like, with your depth, with Ponga going down and then Brimson, like, you don't want too many more people to go down. Yeah. Otherwise, probably Munster would have to go to fullback.
Yeah, I was thinking Munster to fullback, and then maybe Ben Hunt at 7, Cherry Evans 6 or whatever, something like that. Yeah. In terms of, I don't think Cameron Munster, like, last year he did play it in that last game, but I think he's like, as we saw with that Cook try, he's like not good. Like, he's so slow.
He was on a track. He was on a proper track.
He was
like,
so slow.
Even like 5 more meters than he would have. Yeah. But that guy, like, he's had such a good 10 days.
Yeah, mate. As if you couldn't come off a bender and pull that performance.
Yeah,
that's so.
Did you hear how he called Wayne Bennett and who asked if he could stay 2 extra days in Byron?
Yeah. That's all.
It's so funny.
There's so many people in Byron. Like, that was like the whole gang up there.
I saw on Melbourne Cup Day. There was like a photo of like 10 of them.
Yeah, it was like
hanging out.
Matt Moylan joined him. Corey Norman went up.
Norman.
Brandon Smith, Cooper Johns, Jack Johns, Connor Watson was there as well.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of them.
They'll be tearing up in Byron. Yeah. Matty Johns apparently went up to Byron to, like, he was just there seeing friends, but then messaged his son who was in the room. He's like, I'm coming in, and like apparently like everyone, like, it was like close to the end, so everyone was like just chilling, and like he ran off and took his shirt off. He's like, let's go, and everyone's just sitting there drinking coffees and stuff. It's like, wait, what's going on?
I just saw a picture of Cooper Johnson, Brandon Smith. They're done. I think that was like 11 days since the grand final or something.
That's all time.
But yeah, that's. I feel bad for the guys that won the grand final and had to go into Origin camp. Like. Yeah,
but I think everyone apart from maybe, I'd say Munster, would have been pretty excited.
Yeah. Kafusi.
Kafusi.
He's like, but as in, all those guys didn't seem like they were too much on the pitch. Because I saw Kafusi, was like, I don't know how this guy made it here. He was just like, this guy was like, good. And somehow he turned that. And that team photo was so funny.
He's just dead.
He does not want to be there.
What was it? Pappen apparently doesn't drink, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just gets on the shisha, apparently, so.
Oh. Yeah. I just, like, you just assume, like, all NRL players get the beers after games.
No.
There you go.
So, Munster, huge performance. Dan Gaga, got to talk about Dan Gaga. Every time he puts that
Origin mode.
I don't know what it is. We haven't seen it all season from him, and he just turns up. I was hearing someone say on the radio that he could go down as one of the greatest Origin players in terms of turning up in
just great Queensland.
Great Queensland.
That's very cool because I'm watching our rabbits. I'm like, he's good, but he's not like anything amazing. And he turns up at Origin, or for Australia even. He's just carved.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well,
and he didn't even know he was playing right centre until like an hour before.
Yeah, because Branko got done. Wayne Bennett said after the game, like to him, he's like, "Can you just wear the Origin jersey out of the south?"
Just wear that under the south side because that guy for Queensland is so
dominant. The team list for second game, they've come out. Kiri, that's the big one. He's been dropped.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't think his performance was that bad, but the only problem is, realistically, I think we've said it before, that Kiri is realistically a 7. He's a 7 wearing a 6 jersey for the Roosters and for the Blues. So having 2 7s didn't really complement well, and like they didn't really take control of that. It needs to be that one of those people who needs to like run the whole side, and they had 2 of those kind of people who are in that position.
Because even Andrew Johns was like, they should probably take a risk and drop Nathan Cleary.
I would have put Kiri.
So like my thoughts on Luke Kiri. So I was like when I was watching the game, he really likes to run, right? Especially that blindside play. Like he'll just take it and he'll go. The problem with Cook is Cook holds it for like Jake Brown just gives it to him and Luke Kiri can get running. Yeah. Whereas Damien Cook
is the guy who do that run.
Someone like Cody Walker where that 5/8 is actually hitting the hole rather than the one setting up the hole, right? Mm-hmm. And I reckon that has played a part into him getting dropped. Yeah. I reckon. Because I was getting annoyed. I was like, give Kiri some early ball because that's what he wants. Yeah. And then there was one time where he got it and no one even went with him because they're just not used to playing with him. So
they just didn't look like they gelled properly at all.
So I'm not actually like mad that Cody Walker's in this because I thought he was actually quite good when he came on as well. So I assume they're all comfortable with him and hopefully him and Cook can combine a bit better than him and Kiri did.
Yeah. I'd say Cody Walker still he's where he got the jump of game on last year. He's miles better than where he was last year as well. And I think it wasn't so I was convinced that it was going to be Cleary getting dropped as well and dropping and Kiri going to 7. But other than that, my big thought was Stephen Crichton has got to get in there. The centres, the two, when you're a fullback, especially for Clint Gutherson, he's not used to defending
in the line.
Up in the line. Even though I would say he played better than Wyden in terms of defensively.
Yeah, he did.
Wyden missed
8 tackles.
8 tackles. That's horrendous. You don't really expect that from Jack Brown as well.
Yeah, that's what I was. But so when I saw the squad, when I was picking my team in my head for game 1, I would have picked Wyden at right centre because he played right centre for Australia. And then I would have picked Stephen Crichton at left
I think it's because
I love Stephen Crichton.
Stephen Crichton. I think it's because he's been playing left centre last year.
Yeah, he played left centre last year, so I assume they still wanted him there. But and then with Luke Keary, I think swap their goal kicking around, just pretend Luke Keary's goal kicker. I reckon then maybe they would have kept Luke Keary and dropped Nathan Cleary because I don't know who would do the goal kicking if Nathan gets dropped.
That is true. Oh no go. Yeah, they've got no goal.
Yeah, it would have to be Clint Gutherson or something. It would have to be.
He did. Yeah,
because he was second string for Parramatta it would have to be him. But they won't have it. It will be Queensland, they won't have a full time.
Oh my gosh, that first conversion, I was like, you know, I had a feeling, I was like, bro, this guy sucks as well. I was like, I know he's just gonna shank it.
And then he did something, bending it to right instead of right to left. I was like, are you serious? I was so sure that because you missed that first one, I was like, sweet, any try they score won't be converted.
And then when Nelson went to the right as well, I was like, no,
And then, oh my god,
it was on the stringer after that. I was thinking as well with the new squad, Pappenhausen was going to get that 14 jump up.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, only Nathan Brown and Isaiah gets the call up. Junior Paulo, he's been...
him and Haas have swapped.
Yeah. To be fair, he didn't really play that bad, Junior Paulo.
I think... So for me, I would have started Haas as well, but it's because Haas's biggest advantage is his motor, right? And he only played 26 minutes, so it's well, I was like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
You might as well have him on for longer. And Jake Sporovich played 74 minutes, which I thought was surprising, considering he hasn't played in 6 weeks.
100%.
But he played well. But I think it's just about starting Haas, maybe playing more minutes because his motor is so big.
Yeah, because the problem is, some people are, are good impact players off the bench, and, you can't tell that with Origin because usually the people who are good impact players, they're not going to make the team because obviously they're not starting. So, someone like a Pappenhausen, you know, who's in 2019, he was Storm's 14, and he'd come on and really impact the game. And I think that really with the rule change and the pace of Origin, that would have really suited Pappenhausen, I reckon.
I thought he was I did not expect Nathan Brown to get there. They said pretty much straight after the game or the day after, they're like, Isaiah Yo's coming in for Cam Murray.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, sweet. I did not expect Nathan Brown
I think
to come in.
He brings a bit more intensity is what they were looking for. But
I think at least, he'll bring some intensity off the bench, which I guess is good. But I thought Pappenhausen would find a spot.
Maybe, I don't know. Because it's pretty much a do-or-die game for the Blues as well.
Well, I was just surprised. They picked 3 locks on the bench, right?
Yeah,
Finucane as well.
yeah.
So I thought one of them will miss out and Pappenhausen.
Yeah, I was thinking Finucane... because Finucane didn't start in the grand final either.
Yeah, he did.
Big Nelson.
But I was just because if in game 1, Cameron Murray plays 2 minutes and Haas only plays 26, and that's with... And then Crichton obviously had to play a bit for Cordner, but... If those guys are playing so little, why do you need another forward as well on your bench?
I've got no idea.
I don't know why they need 4 forwards. I
was going to say, what do you think the Blues need to do differently than what they did in game 1 in terms of attacking or defence?
I think, honestly, more energy just coming out, especially from their forwards, and then obviously you can't miss one-on-one tackles. That's just shocking.
Yeah.
2 tries straight from there. I'm not mad about the Cameron Munster try. Danny Tupou's going for an offload, it doesn't come off.
Yeah.
That just happens in games.
Under pressure, as well.
One-on-one tackles, you shouldn't be missing them at halfway and then them running the whole rest of the field to score. That should not be happening, especially at this level.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Nathan Cleary is a big game, proved himself, to be that big game player? I don't think... Because I think teams like Melbourne Storm, they're great footage teams where they learn to shut down the halves, and they completely shut it down. They defended outside in, and we saw that Vunivalu that he picked off that pass he made, and also I think in that second half Queensland shut both the halves down extremely well.
Yeah.
Do you think Nathan Cleary can impact this second game?
I think he can, but I don't think he has proved himself to be a big game player because. Every big game where he has performed well so far, he's had James Maloney next to him, right? So he's not really the dominant half. Now that he's the dominant half, the grand final he wasn't great, and then now game 1 he wasn't great. But I do think that he can. He doesn't look nervous or anything. He just hasn't seemed to. He doesn't seem to be getting himself involved. Enough. Mm-hmm.
Queensland team, not many changes.
Yeah.
Just only Val Holmes going in that fullback and Fodawaker making that bench spot. I think you did predict that ages ago as well.
Yeah.
So
I never thought Colin Hess would get a spot in the first place, so he shouldn't have been. I'm happy for Queensland that Jaden Sewer's now started because he was way better than Hess in game 1. So I honestly forgot that Hess was playing. I didn't even notice him on the field.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I was just thinking, do you reckon Kurt Capewell, even though he had a good performance in the centres in game 1, should they have kept him in the centres?
As in because of his injury, or just because just to play there?
Just to play there.
Is Branko? I think he's meant to be.
Yeah,
I personally don't rate Branko Lee, right? So I wouldn't have had him in there regardless.
At Melbourne, I would have wanted Momorowski to play over Branko Lee.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in the team, so can't do much.
I think just the way that Kurt Capewell played in game 1, you don't want to, I guess, change that winning side too much.
Yeah, I don't see Queensland winning the second game, but
I don't either. But I thought that first game would be so important because winning at both teams' homes is hard.
Yeah.
So I reckon New South Wales does win game 2, but winning at Suncorp's always hard. I don't think they've won a decide at Suncorp in
ages,
a long time. I think they've only done it once or twice in history, so it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. To be fair, this series should have not even been close to what we're doing now. This series should have been done before this season.
New South Wales should have won game 1 and 2, and then it doesn't even matter that they have to go to Suncorp.
Exactly. But here we are.
Guess it makes it exciting.
Yeah.
But all the odds still say New South Wales to win.
Yeah, I still think
the series and everything. So
they should.
Yeah.
Any score prediction for the next match?
I think we're going to win comfortably. I think it's going to, like, last year was 18-14 first game as well, and then we won 38-6. I don't think that will happen. That's, like, that doesn't happen in
Turbo Tom.
I'm going to say, like, I'll go 22-6 to New South Wales.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to back my boys. I'm going to go 18... No, jokes. I'm going to go 12... 8. 12-8 at 8.
I can't see you holding us to 8 points.
You know what?
Because we had, like, no field position that second half, and the one time we did, we scored, like, straight away.
We're just going to keep it.
And then the other time, I think we got a repeat set, and then you guys gave away, like, 3 penalties that last set. And
talking about that last bit, do you think the ref calling it a second early?
No, I don't.
I think I don't think there's a way for him to see the TV clock.
Yeah, there's not. And apparently, like, I didn't rewatch it, but there was heaps of comments where I think when the clock was meant, or when play restarted somewhere else, like, it didn't start for 4 seconds.
Yeah, right.
So
and there was like comments complaining about Kafizi not getting off in time. And
but the clock is stopped. The clock is stopped, so it made no difference. Yeah. But no, I thought it was fine. And that shouldn't be what you're trying to win from. Exactly. You shouldn't be like... they're like absolutely blown up. It was just so happened that the TV clock was a couple seconds behind, but I saw no issue with it. Yeah. But I thought it should have been a penalty though. I think there was like 5 Queensland players and 2 of them came late to jump on whoever had the ball. I was like, Tedesco. I was like, are you serious? But that's probably Nathan Cleary's fault for missing that conversion. 100%. Because if you're down by 4, I would be giving away penalties as well.
3 tries each.
Exactly. I'd be giving away penalties as well if I was down.
If you tell me both teams are going to score 3 tries and you have Cherry Reuben kicking
versus Nathan Cleary, exactly.
Anyway, it'll be a good series. I thought it was going to be a shit series.
That is true. Like, it will be a very good series now. Every game's important now because I do think we'll win game 2. I'm going to game 2, so I'm hoping the atmosphere is good as well.
It was a bit dead at the grand final. I was just getting abused by Penrith supporters. But...
No, the Penrith crowd was good. It was all Penrith because you can't travel, right? So
I was like, me and my mate was just in a 2, and it's just like a circle of Penrith, and this one other Melbourne bloke. He was like, "Come on!" He's like off his head. I was like,
because we were at the top as well. Like me and my mates were like, I reckon all the Melbourne people sitting down the bottom, they got money. Western Sydney all at the top, like
they had all the Melbourne, like if the Melbourne members were. Well, you know where the stage was for the...
they were all over there.
That's right, so...
Yeah, right.
We're going to take a different turn on this podcast. The other big news this week, probably the second biggest news, I think, in the world right now, apart from Queensland winning, I think, is the US election. Trumpy versus Joe Biden.
Yeah.
What's doing there with Trumpy? He's calling votes to be recounted. To be fair,
this guy's so random, man. Like,
I reckon, I have a feeling it's kind of low-key fixed as well. But
what?
I reckon,
because this guy's complaining about mail-in ballots a lot, which came in before. But he's also complaining about like
registered voters, like
some of the votes that are found after or something like that.
No, because apparently, like some of the people like who have voted in some states are dead.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I don't even know if this is true because. Honestly, I check his Twitter like 2 or 3 times a day, and every single post is flagged by Twitter for being misleading information or like trying to like affect an election. It's man, but I can't see him winning because I think he's not going to win Nevada. He needs to win every state.
He won't win Nevada.
That's left. And he probably won't win Georgia.
Won't win Georgia, really?
Yeah. So. Now it's within like 1,000 votes or something. Like he's big time, and even Pennsylvania, he's getting Biden's getting closer and closer. But Trump needs every single state that's left,
pretty much.
And I just can't see that happening.
Yeah. Pennsylvania. I thought Georgia was the lock off.
Nah. The more it was because apparently they're counting the mail-in votes after, and majority of mail-in ballots were by Democrats, and majority of people that went in. Were Republicans. So that's why he had a big lead in a lot of places, and then Biden's like catching everywhere.
I saw this I think it was Bernie Sanders. Did you see that?
He predicted.
He predicted that exactly.
He predicted exactly what would happen 2 weeks before the election.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I guess it makes sense because I think the Democrats were encouraging people for mail-in because it's better COVID wise, and Trump was encouraging people to I want you to go in and vote. But yeah, I can't see Biden losing. But it'll take ages because Nevada for some reason took the day off counting. So then and they still haven't finished. They have they're one of the smallest ones. Just finish counting. I know. So everyone just wants to know. But there's a few states that are going to be recounted because I think if it's within 1%. So something like Georgia's 100% going to be recounted, and then Trump's going to file lawsuits.
When you go on Google, the first picture and it has all the states, it's so misleading. When you click on it, it's always all red, and there's two blue things, and it's Biden saying, I'm like, bro, how does that work? No, but it's because I just realized it's based on population, so all the major cities, for example in Georgia.
Yeah,
right
so if you
now,
click on it, it'll show the districts, who won the district, but then it's who won the whole state as well. But I don't like their voting system in the first place. So it's the electoral. It's if Biden wins Georgia by 1 vote, he gets all the votes from Georgia.
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
And that's a big one about California. California has 55 votes. Yeah. So, and Democrats apparently pretty much always win it. They caught it after counting 4% of the votes in California. They were just Biden's won. Yeah. So he gets 55 votes straight away. I was like, man, that's ridiculous. How that works.
It's stupid. It should be yeah, what we do, we get electorates, right? Yeah, it should be like that, but...
Because, but it's because they have a president as well, right? So, because we vote for our minister for our area.
Yeah.
And then...
whoever party that,
and then that part they vote for their leader. We don't vote for the leader technically, even though we know who will be. We're voting for whoever's going to be the minister in our area. But
do you think they don't do the number system where it's rank them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
I'm not sure, but I didn't realize they vote for everything. So we vote for just House of Reps and Senate, right?
Yeah.
They vote for House of Reps, Senate, President. They vote for local school leaders or whatever.
What the heck?
Yeah, the school boards,
That's rare.
So they vote for I think they vote for some police stuff as well. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely school boards. And I was I had no idea that they. So apparently, election day is just the biggest sieves because you get this massive paper and you got to vote for 100 things.
And then they have it on a Tuesday when people.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
It's I don't know if it's because it's low key voter suppression because some people just can't not work. So. If you have it on a weekday, it just forces people that are more wealthy to vote. Yeah. Which is why I think they were so big, because they were so big on voting this year. That's why so many of them were talking about mail-in ballots and stuff. Yeah, because this is the most votes in history.
Yeah, they couldn't handle it. Some states.
I think Sportsbet already paid out Biden.
23. Apparently, there was more bets money in the US election than on Melbourne Cup Day.
Really?
Yeah, and apparently every day, it's another 1.5 million people are...
Wow.
$1.5 million are being put on.
Damn.
The US election.
Because the odds for the US election actually changed. I should have got on because...
Trump took Trump was at 1.08.
Yeah, and I saw Biden go to $3 something. I was I just looked at it, I was well, whatever. And then the next time I checked, it's $1.30. I was what am I doing? I was could have put a stack on him at I think it was $3.60 or something.
Yeah, Biden.
Oh man.
No, he went up to because when Trump he went up to $5 at one point.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Far out. Should have got on that.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So Biden probably wraps this one up. I'd say, but then I don't know. Trump will do some legal stuff and then.
Yeah, but I can't see him I think he already tried to file lawsuits in. Michigan
and Wisconsin, I think.
Was it in Wisconsin? Yeah, and they already both got
done.
They were
rejected. Shut up. Yeah. I'll back Trumpy, but he hangs out with the Nelk boys. You see that? Oh, that's the funniest clip.
Which one?
So Nelk, they go on his plane.
Yeah.
First of all, and they're meeting on his plane, and they're just Trump's giving this speech. He's "One of you are going to be up there one day," and they're frozen. Usually they're just so happy and stuff, and they're just frozen. Yeah, nice. And then at the rally, they get inside the rope thing on the rally, and he brings up on stage, and they do YMCA together on the stage. Bro,
so I saw him bring Lil Pump on stage for
Lil Pimp. You mean?
Lil Pimp. But then there's tweets from Lil Pump from 4 years ago being "Fuck Donald Trump." Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Lil Pimp,
funny guy.
Yeah, He's not short on entertainment, to be fair.
You know, I was talking with someone else about it. I'm low-key surprised that he wants to be president.
Yeah.
Like, when you have that much, he can just go do whatever he wants. Like,
but I think
this guy, like, he could just be hanging out at his golf course, just hanging out in his hotels and stuff, like, all day. But this guy's... like,
I think he just wants, like, the power.
Yeah, I reckon it's, like, a competitive nature thing as well. Like, once you're running, you just want to win.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Regardless. But, yeah, like, power would be pretty epic.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. I think, do a little segue from the US election to the US sports.
Still?
The NFL. Week 8, midway through the season, and it's looking like there's a few teams that are setting a light.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, probably they're gonna go close again. I'd say Seahawks as well. They're gonna go well, and I'd say the most surprising team. I knew at the beginning of the season with Ben Roethlisberger coming back that Steelers was going to be good.
Yeah.
Didn't think they're going to be this good, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone could have predicted them to be undefeated.
Yeah.
But it just... I reckon it speaks a lot to Mike Tomlin as well.
Yeah.
Because even last year, without Ben Roethlisberger, they went 8-8.
Yeah.
And they had no one. And it was just, like, people were so impressed that they went 8-8.
Yeah.
So
I tipped them to go over 10 games this season, and then
they'll get that. That's for sure.
For sure. Looking at the games this week, we'll start with Panthers vs Falcons. That's a dead game. Like, they're just both dead.
Yeah.
But, I really thought in the first few weeks when Falcons lost like so many close ones that that eventually they're going to start like kicking and like just get over the line, but they just really haven't kicked it all.
Like, they're just that. I just can't take them seriously anymore. They've blown so many like big leads.
Oh,
like.
100%.
Blowing a big lead to the Cowboys in like round 2 or whatever. Cowboys are so bad.
I thought this was going to be their season, and no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dak Prescott did get it.
Yeah, but even while he was there, they were losing games. So
he sucked.
Yeah, they're so disappointing, and they have the biggest fan base.
They have the most money.
They have the most money. I think they're the highest valued team in all sports in the world. I think they're worth $5 billion or something.
Yeah, they got a billionaire owner. So
yeah.
They should be. I mean, Falcons should be doing better, but they did get the win. Then the win's a win. Vikings and Packers from week 8. We're not going to look at Packers game today. Vikings winning over the Packers. Packers are so hit and miss, I reckon.
Yeah. Like, they have to get Aaron Rodgers more.
Oh my gosh,
more weapons.
Yeah,
they haven't drafted an offensive player in the first round. I think since he was drafted.
Oh really?
Yeah, like for ages. They just didn't give this guy like.
Where did Devontae come from?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, they don't put enough weapons around him. You should be trying to win as much as you can. Like, while you have this quarterback. Like, he's an all-time great talent.
Yeah.
Like, he just probably doesn't have enough achievements to be in like that GOAT discussion.
Yeah.
But, like, they got to put more stuff around him.
Yeah. But I mean, Devontae Adams only can do so much, really.
So, like, I think they'll be the same this year as they were last year. Like, last year they went to the NFC Championship game. And I reckon
they'll go to championship game?
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they'll make it that far. But, like, they're not a actual Super Bowl contender, I don't think.
They're just going to make the playoffs and just...
Yeah, I think they'll probably go to second round of the playoffs, maybe. Yeah. But then, like, the NFC is not as good as the AFC, so you never know. They might... Because, like, the 49ers have gone way down from last year.
They're so bad down.
So who knows? Could be... It's looking like Buccaneers will be one of them.
Yeah.
And who knows what the other one will be. Yeah. Actually, I'd probably tip Buccaneers and Seahawks in the NFC to go to that.
I think so as well. Next game, Bengals getting over the Titans. Titans were looking pretty strong, but surprising Bengals. That was just it was a good game from Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
He threw for a lot.
Yeah.
So did Ryan Tannehill, but you can't. Yeah.
I was surprised because Titans are like leading their division.
Yeah.
Cincinnati is just like they have the number 1 pick for a reason, right? But
Joe
Burrow has been impressive.
He's been alright.
I think he's 3rd in like total yards for a quarterback this season.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gone very well for a rookie quarterback in his situation as well.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, looking at the stats of this game, Titans shouldn't have done that bad, really. Derrick Henry. I think they rely a lot on Derrick Henry, but
for sure.
Yeah, even though Ryan Tannehill, he's a sole quarterback. I mean, when you have Derrick Henry, you got to use him, but you have to use your rush game to open up the pass game.
Yeah.
If you have a good rush game, then you can open up the pass game. But then if you don't have the receivers for that, there's no point in having a good rush game, really.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I can't see Tennessee making big noise, and I think they'll be similar to last year. They might surprise.
Yeah.
Make a surprise win, but they're not gonna
not gonna
go to the Super Bowl or something. Yeah.
Chiefs over the Jets. Mahomes.
That's the best team, that's the worst team, pretty much.
I say that. Yeah, they're probably the worst team.
Yeah.
Mahomes, he's just a freak.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god.
I was watching something the other day, and he wanted to have a throw off. I think against Josh Allen. Yeah. Because they were talking about who has. In Madden, his arm is rated. I think 97.
Yeah.
And then Josh Allen's I think was 99.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I want to have a throw off against this guy, and they were just like, how far do you reckon you can throw it on the fly? And he said 80 yards.
Bruh,
that is so far. I was like, what?
How do you lose? You just step back off when you're just right on the lunch.
That is ridiculously far.
And it's probably accurate as well.
Yeah. That's insane. I think most quarterbacks can throw 60, 65 or something.
Bro, he's so strong.
80 yards.
I think when he throws across his body,
it's crazy.
No one can do that.
It's crazy, yeah.
I think, I don't know what he's got in his body, but he's a freak.
He's a freak, yeah.
To be fair, I think the Jets quarterback Sam Darnold, I think he's a bit of a scapegoat for he's actually not bad.
He's not terrible.
He's alright, and he makes
whole team
good plays here and there, but he's not consistent as.
Yeah, and they're just a dud franchise.
Yeah, they've got nothing going for them.
There was talk about people should Trevor Lawrence stay in college because New York Jets are going to have the number 1 pick. I was gosh. Would you if the fact that that's a discussion, not making millions of dollars, staying in the NCAA where they don't even pay.
The problem is so if he stays one more year, who's going to have the pick next year? I'm pretty sure
Jets again. Because I cannot understand anyone ever not going to the draft because of the team. You just get in there, make your millions of dollars. You're going to play for 15 years. If you have to move eventually, you'll get the chance.
100%. Another team will definitely wrap him up.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. What was the next game? Having a look. I think it was Broncos Charge. Oh no, sorry. Bills paid. Oh no. That's
Lions Colts, I think.
Yes, Lions Colts. Cool. 41-21. Didn't watch this match. Not gonna lie.
No, I didn't watch it either.
Matt
don't care about either of those teams.
Look, they're both just average teams. They're not good or they're not bad. So.
Yeah, they're just there's plenty of teams like that in the NFL.
Yeah, I know.
And then when they don't have some particular player that I want to watch, I'm just
it's just
if you're an average team, you have to at least have some a player that I want to watch, exactly. A quarterback that I want to watch, but neither of them.
Matt's alright,
but I'm not watching news.
Probably the game of the round on the next one.
Yes, definitely.
Steelers versus Ravens. Steelers, wow, they completely that defense shut down Lamar Jackson very well.
Yeah. And he's had problems with them. He had problems with them last year as well. I think they beat the Steelers in overtime, and that's without Roethlisberger. So, apparently he has issues with their defense. They don't let him run pretty much. He's not getting into the secondary. He's not getting past that defensive line.
The problem is I feel like Lamar Jackson. I don't know if it's just me watching or he doesn't run enough. And he always wants to go to pass, which is what a quarterback should do. Yeah. But I'm but if you're Lamar Jackson, you might as well just run. Who cares? Yeah.
Any chance he gets.
Yeah,
he should run way more.
He's such a freakish athlete.
Yeah.
He should be rushing. What? He only rushed for 65
yards. Yeah. And he completed less than 50% of his passes.
That's
through 2 interceptions.
That's so bad.
It's not a good game by him. He doesn't seem to turn up against either high pressure games or against good teams.
Yeah, because they lost to Chiefs as well.
They lost to Chiefs as well, so that's their 2 losses.
Yeah. Do you think the Ravens can get further than last year?
They can get further than last year, but that's because they underachieved last year.
Yeah.
But I think Chiefs definitely go to the AFC Championship game, and then I think Steelers and Ravens. Who knows by the end of the season who's playing better?
Yeah, I would have said last year Ravens had a better chance because I think there was less pressure on Lamar Jackson to be a good quarterback, and he just run the ball every game. So I think
and their confidence was so high last year. Whereas this year they'll probably be like, we haven't been in the top teams.
Yeah, bro.
Like they'll be nervous, I reckon, going in.
100%. What was I going to say? Yeah, what is it? 7 teams each now going in. Right?
Yeah, it's 7 each, and only the number 1 seed gets a bye now.
Yeah, right. Okay. So well, that's different as well.
Yeah, that is different. I'm surprised it took them so long to like expand because they get more money. Like it's another game or 2 more games on TV. Like all this stuff.
So dumb.
I always get surprised that this stuff hasn't happened. Yeah. I wonder if they'll eventually put in an 8th team from each just to make the one. But they might just leave it as like a reward for coming first.
I think it's like once you start putting 8 teams in, like if you name the top 8 teams in each division, it's like that. The 8 team and 7 team, it's just
like whatever. Yeah, that's true. And they'll probably just leave it as like because it's been there forever. Like that, just that reward for
finishing.
Like it just makes the regular season important for those top teams as well.
100%. Dolphins getting over the Rams. I thought Rams were having a good season up to like the last few weeks, and they kind of went downhill. I think was this Tua's first game.
I don't think it was his first or second.
Yeah,
it might have been his
second game.
Yeah, it might have been his second.
Whatever it is, he played pretty. Like he's pretty good, and it's like different seeing a left-hander throw. So
yeah, it is. I actually love seeing lefties that can throw. Like just because it looks different. Yeah, but it just looks nice because it's different.
100%.
But yeah, Rams are so random, right? Like they went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago,
and then
just. But I think apparently a lot of it had to do with how much money they were spending.
Oh,
like
really?
they, as in after that Super Bowl, they gave like Jared Goff a big contract extension. They had to get rid of Todd Gurley because they were having salary cap issues, and then it's like
just everything.
Yeah, it's just like one of those situations where it's like you pay them before they've
reached their potential,
earned that money.
Yeah, like in some games they look so dominant, and then other games they just look. Bro, what is this? Like they show glimpses and then they just turn off.
They won't be good enough to win a Super Bowl or anything, but
if they can string a few games together in a row, then
that division though is
messed.
Yeah, it's just like it's the best. Like the fact that 49ers are 4-5.
Yeah,
they're the worst team in your division. They were the Super Bowl runner last year. That's crazy.
And Seahawks are 6-1, and then Cardinals are
5-2. Rams 5-3. Like it's that's a proper close one. Like if you have 2 bad weeks in that one, you can go from
first.
You can go from pretty much and compare that to the freaking NFC East: Eagles, Washington, Cowboys, and Giants. That's like the worst thing. The fact that like someone from that division has to go to the playoffs.
Yeah,
and someone from this NFC West misses out.
That system should change. They should either start combining 2 conferences together and make it like an 8.
Like 2 divisions together.
Yeah, so 2 divisions together and make it like an 8.
But like they're just because there's so much history around it, they'll just never change it. But that division is so like the fact that your number 1 team is 3 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. Yeah. That sucks.
I saw the stat, and it was like how the Giants can easily make the playoffs, and I was like, bro,
that's just ridiculous.
You've won 1 game this season.
You're 1-7, and you're still a chance to win the playoffs. Like it's just ridiculous. And if you win it, you get a home playoff game. The Giants have a chance of getting a home playoff game, and they're 1-7 right now. Like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but
far out if they do.
We'll look at next game, Bills Patriots. I love the Bills. I think I don't really have a proper team, but I think if I was going to say right now, pick a team, I'd say the Bills. I love Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he's getting probably to my favourite player right now.
Oh, there you go. Patriots are really random this year, right? Like they started 2-1, and then that game against the Seahawks they lost. But like the fact that they were so competitive against the Seahawks, I was like, oh, and then Cam Newton got COVID, and then ever since then they just haven't looked the same. I don't know if they lost like their continuity or that.
I would have thought Belichick would have done like if there's anything like I would have expected Belichick to do is like not lose like 2 or 3 games in a row.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like he came out in that press conference recently, and he's like, he pretty much like was like, we spent all our money winning those 3 Super Bowls, and now we're sort of in like a
rebuilding
phase. And like it is like sort of true, but you just don't expect it from them.
Like, you see New England Patriots and you think
and you don't expect them to lose close games. That's the other thing as well. Like,
oh my gosh,
they lose to the Seahawks or they get blown out by someone or whatever. But I just got so used to them winning close games.
Isn't he? Or when Cam Newton runs, he looks slow as.
Yeah, it's because he's like humongous.
Yeah,
like,
he looks so slow. And then I went to his combine, and he's like the second
he's so fast.
He looks
he's like a tank.
He's so good.
Because like he gets more yards nowadays because he's so big. Like it's hard to put him down, so he can make like a couple of yards per carry. But
he's massive. Browns vs Raiders. I think Raiders. I'd say apart from maybe Steelers, are the most like surprising team this year. Raiders, they're putting up good performance. They beat Chiefs.
They beat the Chiefs,
2 weeks ago. If they string a few games together, I think they're one of those teams that could go lucky in the playoffs. I mean, they're the only team to beat the Chiefs so far.
Yeah, they're the only team to beat the Chiefs.
That's a pretty good achievement in itself.
They're a decent chance at making the playoffs.
Yeah, I thought Browns should have put that game away easy.
Yeah. See, if Browns put that game away, that almost solidifies Browns being in. Oh, it probably does. It will guarantee Browns in the playoffs. But now they've got to worry about the Raiders catching them for that 7th spot, probably.
Yeah, I'd say Browns, looking at their roster, that's like a decent roster.
Yeah, it's a decent roster. It's obviously unfortunate that OBJ is gone now.
Yeah. OBJ, what a guy. All the news I see of him is just
a guy. Man, you know what I think about the Raiders?
Yeah.
Imagine making that much money and your home is in Las Vegas. I just think you're just built for disaster. I
don't think any franchise has worked in Vegas.
I just don't know how it can work. You would spend every other day in the
Golden
freaking
State.
Bellagio.
Yeah, I know. Golden State's moving to Oakland?
No, I think because they were already in Oakland.
Oh,
they moved to San Fran, maybe?
Something about their team name.
But no. That's one of their. I saw that. I think that's their throwback jersey. They played in Oakland ages ago.
And so they had clickbaited.
Yeah. Throwback Oakland jersey.
Right. I saw Warriors to change name or something. I was like, whoa, alright.
Yeah, you definitely got clickbaited. I saw that was their throwback jersey.
Nice. I feel fantastic. Okay. A few more games to go. Bears vs Saints. Saints, they started good and then they dipped off and they started poorly and they've come back. Bears, they've also been pretty improved this season, I'd say. Nick Foles, I think Nick Foles coming back, that's definitely helped them a lot.
Yeah.
Losing in overtime's never good, but Drew Brees, he's a legend, I reckon.
Him and Brady, the fact that they're this good when they're 42 or whatever is actually crazy. It's almost starting to redefine sport. There's, I guess because of medicine and how well they train and stuff.
100%.
Even LeBron, he's about to turn 36 and people are saying he's the best player in the world, right? It's
Cam
just
Smith,
changing.
Same thing,
Cameron Smith. It's the narrative around longevity in sport is completely changing.
I think your longevity has increased, but the age of where you peak, I think, has gone further lower.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon.
Because they're coming in earlier? Or?
Yeah, either they're coming in earlier or they're built better, maybe 21, 22. I think before maybe you had said 28 is around probably the age you peak, and I'm thinking now you're seeing Nathan Cleary, he's one of the best.
He's my age.
Right. I'm doing nothing with my life.
That's so true.
Yeah, I think your potential is there early, but your drop off is not as dramatic anymore.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because 30 years ago or whatever, it's not even necessarily their whole career. People
part-time.
Paul Vorden, I think he was a teacher or a groundskeeper out of school and playing footy, right? Whereas now they're so focused on footy.
Yeah, exactly.
Since they're scouted at 14, 15.
Yeah,
and that's so
I
reckon it makes them hit their peak earlier.
A problem as well. When they're getting scouted that early, I don't think you can identify talent as early as 14. Especially in sports where it's a bit more physical, rugby and stuff like that. People might just hit growth spurts or get bigger at 18. But
that's what I'm low-key worried about. Joseph Swiley, he's a lot bigger than everyone else he's playing against. Right? He's everything I've watched of him. He looks really talented. But I'm I wonder if he's getting overhyped because he's bigger than everyone else.
Yeah, I reckon he's gonna not get bigger or not grow, and then.
Everyone catch up kind of thing.
Everyone's what's going on.
He'll still be good, but these guys are hyping him as and like all the time.
The problem is when you do like a bigger, the people you play against, like 16-year-old, the difference between a 28-year-old playing a 25-year-old and an 18-year-old bloke playing against like
16 or 16. It's big.
It's
like when it's 28, 25, you're like the same.
Yeah.
18 and 16.
That's like the equivalent of what he's basically doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, he's a bit overhyped. But
yeah, I think so. But yeah, like that longevity with Drew Brees and Tom Brady.
Oh my god.
Tom Brady like started the season. I was like, it doesn't look great. But I think it's just they didn't really get a preseason because of COVID and like training camp was a bit weird. But they look so fluid their offense now. And then they've added Antonio Brown.
Oh my gosh, that team's gonna.
But their offense is. Could be the best. Like
could be.
It will be them versus the Chiefs in terms of who has the best offense.
Yeah, I think Chris Godwin right now is injured, but when he comes back in, Evans, Godwin, Engram receiving as well. He's Darius Slade.
And then you have
Gronk. Not Darius Slade. Not Engram. What am I doing? I was looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, but you have Gronk.
Gronkowski, Evans,
Antonio Brown. That's
awesome.
That's very good receiving core.
Mickens, that's the one I was looking for. Mickens. We'll get moved to Seahawks versus 49ers. Yeah. Russell Wilson. Did you hear? Apparently, he spends $1 million on his body to stay where it's at.
Because that's like, because I don't know if he said it, but someone like on the post, because that's what LeBron spends like 1.5 on his as well. Yeah, because they spent like, I think he has like 2 trainers that follow him like everywhere, and then like personal chef, like all these people that. But I guess that's like. When you make that kind of money, that kind of thing, like you can spend that much at stake. Because this guy was like, I want to play till I'm 45.
Yeah, it's like investing, basically.
Yeah. And then now, like 45 seemed crazy, but like now watching Tom Brady and Drew Brees play, I'm like, maybe you can play till 45.
The only position I'd say you probably can play at 45 is quarterback.
Oh yeah. There's no other position. Because these are like they're so protected. Like if they throw the ball and then they get hit like a second later, it'll be a penalty show. Like, you cannot hit them. But yeah.
Imagine DK Metcalf at like 45 just to run.
He is a
unit. He's probably I'll say the best wide receiver right now. Yeah, he's so good. That touchdown he scored where he just like he like glided past people. I was like, bro, what's happening?
And that chase down, like he's
my god,
humongous, and he was just like.
Right, like the receiver wasn't even like slow.
Cornerback.
Was it
cornerback or safety? I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, linebacker.
Was it?
Maybe it's safety. Who knows? Yeah. Anyway, the defensive player.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't slow.
Yeah, he wasn't slow at all. Because you see him on the camera. I was like, how the hell he chasing? I was just like so impressed. If I saw someone that big running at me that fast, I would be getting
I'll just jump
straight out of the way. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. Seahawks, I think they have to go deep this year. They have to go deep.
Well, I think like they're one of those teams where it's like you win or it's Super Bowl or bust, right? Yeah. Like it's like them, Chiefs, probably the Steelers at this point. They're probably like if we're 7-0, we should be winning this. And probably Buccaneers. They're probably like it's Super Bowl, or at least in Tom Brady's head, it's 100% it's Super Bowl or bust.
I think they can with Brady and I think Gronkowski as well. Like. Not that like he's getting a lot of ball or anything, like just like the experience.
He's getting like more and more into form as well because he didn't play all of last season because like he pretty much medically retired. So I think Buccaneers like their offense will just get better and better.
Yeah. Eagles Cowboys. We're just dead game. Eagles.
Cowboys are just so sad.
Ben DiNucci. I love seeing those TikToks where it's like what's that sound? I don't know. And it's like, who are we gonna call on? It's like Ben DiNucci, and he's like what 7th round quarterback.
Yeah, it's just I feel bad for them. Like it's the fact that they have so many supporters and like they haven't had a proper good team in like 25 years. Like someone that's actually gonna win the Super Bowl kind of team. And it's just low key sad just because of like how many fans they have. Yeah. But it's funny watching like have you seen like Stephen A. Smith react to the Cowboys game? It's just that's crack up.
It's so funny.
But then this week, I think it was after this game, he came out and was like, it's not even fun anymore. It's just like, bro, I just feel bad for it.
That's when you know it's getting very bad. And then last game, very close game.
Yeah, closer than I thought.
Bro, I had Buccaneers minus 3.5.
Oh, yeah.
And when they scored in the last 20 seconds, I was like,
And even so, Giants went for that 2-point conversion. That could have been a pass interference.
oh, 100%.
Yeah, because I was like, this guy's being hit, but
Yeah.
it was very close call.
Daniel Jones, if he wasn't just retarded, honestly, this guy, the 2 interceptions he thrown, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. He's falling in the pocket, getting absolutely smashed.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to just throw it out like a normal person, but he's just trying some miracle pass. Why are you doing that? It's first down as well. Just relax.
Oh, man.
And then just gets picked off. Oh my, yeah.
But the fact that it was close, I guess.
To be fair, Giants defense was actually.
I guess Bucks should be beating them much more comfortably, and it could have easily went to overtime.
Oh, 100% easily could have gone to overtime.
But yeah.
I was begging it to go to overtime because
then they just got
I was like 30 seconds before, I was like, come on, Bucks, just hold the defense. It's with 1 second here, okay, you have to let this in now. Dead game.
Oh, man. But yeah, it feels it's good that they've kept the season running.
Yeah.
Because especially start of the season, random players were going down with COVID.
Yeah.
But they've kept it going so far. Where good on them.
Yeah, good.
And basketball is back. Did you see that? NBA is confirmed back 22nd of December.
Starting so early.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my God.
apparently you need to play 72 games to get all the TV money.
Oh.
And they didn't want NBA to clash with 2021 Olympics and the next NFL season. So it will be a 72 game season. And yes, but then I think all their salaries will go down a bit because there's no arena stuff. There's either going to be no fans in some states
or
and
limited.
then limited in others. So
fair.
They're going to get less salary.
Oh no, they're going to go from 20 mil to...
from 20 mil to 14 or something. But yeah, NBA is back.
Yeah.
And it's the shortest off season in US sport ever.
Oh, ever?
Yeah, it's 70 days or something.
Yeah.
Which is nothing. It's just over 2 months. But to be fair, these guys had 4 months off.
Oh yeah.
It's only maybe the last 4 teams that should be complaining. That had to play
Heat, Lakers.
Yeah. Heat, Lakers, and then maybe Celtics and Denver as well, who had to play longer. Everyone else should be yeah, sweet, let's go.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think that pretty much wraps up the podcast. Yeah. If you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. Just share it around. Do something. Spotify, give it a follow as well. And also, the Instagram page, I'll leave a link in the description. It's popping off. Let's get the followers up on that as well. Reuben, thanks for coming.
No dramas. Cheers for having me.
No worries. And I'll see you guys next week.